Listen, if a man wants to cheat on you, a man will. You can cook 1,000,000 times a day. You can have sex with the man 1,000,000 times a day. You can wipe his ass with your bare hands. You can be his own personal stripper. If a man wants to cheat, a man's gonna cheat. It's V and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, what's up? There are a lot of shows that I enjoy watching, and Housewives is definitely on that list. When it comes to the Housewives of Potomac, the cast, they're beautiful. I wish the insides matched the outsides for some of them, but I enjoy watching it because there's literally no distractions. It's so easy to just focus on the drama. The drama's petty, yes, but there's nothing to distract you. When I mean there's no distractions, I mean no girl is like crazy fly. Karen dresses well. Wendy definitely stepped it up this season. There's no crazy fashion. There's no like, oh my god, that hairdo I want to try. There's no, wow, her nails, that style I want to do. It's just so easy to just pay attention to the drama because there's nothing to distract you. That sounded so shady. It's true. Season 6 of Potomac, I'll be here recapping all season long. So let's just get into Sunday's episode. The episode begins where it left off last, and that's Karen and Giselle going back and forth. Karen's upset because she feels that Giselle wished death on Ray. Giselle's mad because Karen lied on Jamal. Candace tells both of the ladies, y'all both did shit to each other, and a lot of this shit is old. All y'all doing is fussing about old shit. You're talking over Giselle. Giselle, you're talking over Karen. Y'all not even listening to one another. Even the new girls are frustrated. New girl Mia, she feels awkward. New girl Escala, she feels awkward. They just both want to have fun, but it's awkward because Giselle and Karen, all they do is constantly go back and forth. Karen wants an apology from Giselle. Giselle wants an apology from Karen. Neither one of them are willing to budge. Giselle says she's even willing to throw the whole friendship away. Karen said, until Giselle acknowledges and regrets using the word death when it comes to Ray, she's done. Candace, she encourages them both to just have a conversation with one another by themselves, away from the group, to see if they can resolve their issues. And if they can't, they should just leave each other alone. This feud is still ongoing. Is it exhausting? Yes. Is it entertaining? Yes. Candace separated the girls for this trip. She has 3 of the ladies staying at the estate. Escala, Wendy, and Karen staying at the cottage. If I'm hosting something and all my guests don't have the same accommodations, I'm not doing it. What Candace did, that's beyond tacky. That's like serving some of your guests steak and lobster and then the other pizza. No, if everyone can't have the same thing, then what's the point of doing it? And then Robin, Escala is your friend. You brought her to the group. You're just gonna let her go off and sleep with strangers? No offense to Karen and Wendy, but Robin don't care because Robin's at the estate. Robin, that is so whack. Back at the Darby household, Ashley, you know she's a mother of 2 now. She's just trying to navigate that. She sets up a family photo shoot for her hubby, and the kids. After the shoot, she lets Michael know Giselle invited her to Candace's girls trip. You know, the +1 invited a +1. Ashley also says Giselle plans on dating again, so she asked Michael, does Michael know anyone? I'm not a fan of Giselle, but I don't need Michael setting Giselle up. No. Michael brings up Juan Dixon and Robin Dixon still not getting married. I want to know why Michael stays on Juan's. Y'all fill in the blank. Now back to the ladies' trip. The girls, they're getting ready for dinner, and Wendy looks the fuck good, okay? Happiness is sitting up right. She is Versace'd out. Versace bralettes, Versace belt, Versace earrings. Her baby hairs are gelled nicely, her knotless braids. Wendy is serving tonight. Back at the estate, Robin and Giselle, they are gossiping about Wendy. Because that's all they do is talk about other people. They feel like Wendy's different ever since she got her body done. They feel like Wendy's not the same person they met because she dresses a lot more sexier. They feel like something's off with Wendy. Robin said Wendy last year was confident and secure, and Zen Wen is confused as hell. Giselle brings up the Eddie cheating rumors. Giselle doesn't believe he's cheating, and Robin doesn't believe he's cheating. But Giselle is saying maybe she's trying to overcompensate because of this rumor. The thing about it is, if you don't believe the rumor, why are you bringing it up? And why is Giselle always in someone's marriage? Listen, if a man wants to cheat on you, a man will. You can cook 1,000,000 times a day. You can have sex with the man 1,000,000 times a day. You can wipe his ass with your bare hands. You can be his own personal stripper. If a man wants to cheat, a man's gonna cheat. It don't matter if you dress sexy. It don't matter if you cover yourself from head to toe. A man's gonna cheat if he wants to cheat. Giselle trying to say that to prove a point as to maybe that's why Wendy is dressing sexy is invalid. And Giselle should be the last person talking because Jamal cheated on her how many times when they were married? Anyways, Wendy comes upstairs and she interrupts their conversation that they're having about her. Wendy's like, oh, am I interrupting something important? And they both say no. I'm like, y'all some chickens. Y'all were just talking about her. Now y'all talking about no, we weren't talking about anything important. Cowards. Well, it's dinner time and the ladies pull up to the restaurant. They all had espresso chocolate martinis. You guys, that is one of my favorite drinks. Actually, I like chocolate anything. Food, drinks, men. Anyways, it's dinner time, and you know how the girls do. They have convos, and Giselle starts to Giselling. Candace opens up about Chris now being her husbander and managing her career. So Giselle says, oh, so Chris is your Kris Jenner? She then asks Candace how Candace's mom feels about Chris being her manager. And of course, her mom doesn't like it because her mom thinks Chris is just after. Candace says, and Candace knows that Chris wouldn't be around doing nothing while she's just out there, making all the money. Giselle says she doesn't want Chris to resent Candace because he's over here helping Candace with all her stuff while he's doing nothing for himself. Candace said she's not worried about that. Candace, she trusts Chris. Giselle, just stay out of married people's business. Mind your own, girl. Robin opens up about how she's been laxy-daisy. She doesn't start her days until 11, sometimes 12 p.m. With Robin being so laxy-daisy, it's affecting her relationship with Juan because he's finding it unattractive, and it's affecting her children's schoolwork. Giselle, she kind of calls Robin out. She's like, is that why Juan doesn't want to marry you? Robin doesn't know she's depressed. She doesn't know what's going on. She just knows that there's something wrong. But a scholar opens up, lets her know, maybe you are depressed and there's nothing wrong with that. That happened to me. Karen shares that happened to her. Wendy opens up and said that happens to her. Robin knows something is wrong. She says she's going to take the necessary steps to figure it out. So hopefully she does. And we just got to see what happens with Robin. Because she cannot be sleeping until 12 p.m. and Corey's over here getting a 48%. Like, that's not cool. Now it's Wendy's turn. Giselle tells Wendy there's a difference with her now. She says she has seen a lot of Wendy's body parts in these past months. That she's a different Wendy. She's not the same substance Wendy. I want to know why these ladies care what Giselle thinks so much. Why do they let Giselle's opinions hold so much weight? Like, who the fuck is Giselle? Here comes Giselle's buddy Robin chiming in. Robin says there's a difference in Wendy's personality. Wendy's more drop it like it's hot, and Wendy wasn't this loose last year. According to Giselle and Robin, people aren't allowed to change. According to Giselle and Robin, you're supposed to stay like this. According to Giselle and Robin, you can't grow. According to Giselle and Robin, you gotta stay the same person you were when they met you. You can never change. That's according to them. Wendy says women are often placed in the box that you can't be sexy and have substance. And here comes Mia chiming in. Mia goes, oh, You don't see Michelle Obama and Oprah showing their boobies. And how Wendy's a professor, so she should embody one. We're all at a grown-ass adult age. I have a friend. My friend is a kindergarten teacher, okay? Her and I, we go to the club. She is a kindergarten teacher, and she be wearing her booty shorts and her bodycon dresses, her boobies out. She be taking shots, throwing them back in the middle of the dance floor, twerking. When she goes to school and she's in the classroom with her kindergarteners, she's a teacher. According to Mia, Giselle, and Robin, you can't do both. So since my friend's a teacher, she can't go to the club, she can't do this, she can't do that. Since when are women supposed to just be one thing? Who said that you're allowed to just do one? Giselle sitting across in a cardigan with roses on them. Nobody's complaining. In the words of Candace, Tweedle and Twaddle need to worry about their own areolas. Wendy, she shuts them all down. She says, I'm still the same woman with the multiple degrees, who's still a professor, still a commentator, and she's triggered by Giselle saying she doesn't have any substance. Giselle says Wendy was sexy last year, and Wendy goes, you don't define my sexy. Wendy says, just because I have a new body this year doesn't mean I wasn't confident last year. I love how Karen just jumped in and shut the conversation down. Karen lets Wendy know that she doesn't have to prove anything to anyone, and she could do whatever it is that she wants to do. If I was Wendy, I will ask Robin and Giselle what bill they want to pay, since they care. You want to be in my business? Which bill you want to pay this month in my household? Or buy me some clothes. How about that? Since y'all so concerned. Giselle's making up an excuse as to why she was asking Wendy about her wardrobe and the way she's dressing. She's like, oh, I was just asking because you came from Mia's neck, and the old you wasn't like that last year. Wendy says, listen, the reason why I acted like that towards Mia, it was a combination of a lot of things. It wasn't just one incident. Giselle's one of those people that talk just because they have a mouth. You know? They have nothing to say, but since they have a mouth, they want to say everything. Now here comes New Girl Escala. New Girl Escala looks at Giselle and says, since you've been asking everyone questions, I've been hearing a lot about your relationship and it's confusing. So what's going on with you and your significant other? Giselle shuts that all down because Giselle is a hypocrite, okay? Giselle says, oh, I'm not going to talk about that with this troll here. And she's talking about Karen. She says she's not going to open up and speak about her relationship or anything while Karen's sitting there because Karen lies. Wendy says, Giselle, that's not fair, and I agree. Giselle is always in everyone's business. She brings everyone's business up in front of every other person. But when it comes to her, oh, it's hands off. But Karen calls Giselle out. Karen says, you want to have an opinion on everyone's life. But when Giselle's questioned about her situations, she gets defensive and she attacks. Call her out, Karen. Call her out. It's the next morning, and what Giselle said to Wendy about Wendy having no substance, it's affecting Wendy because Wendy looks at Giselle as a big sister. I have no idea why. But Karen is comforting Wendy. She tells Wendy, you didn't deserve to be questioned, and don't dim your light because of Giselle. Giselle does the same thing you do. Same way you drop it like it's hot, Giselle does the same thing. Wendy is crying. I do not know why Wendy is letting Giselle's opinion affect her like this. Like, who the fuck is Giselle? But Karen is comforting her. Karen says, only insecure people tear people down. And I couldn't agree more. Season after season after season, all Giselle does is rip people apart. And the reason why I fucks with Karen is because Karen's the only one that let her ass have it. And that's why I fuck with Miss Karen, La Dame, Grand Dame Huger, okay? But Wendy said her left boob has more substance than Giselle, and I just can't wait for next week's episode because Ashley's coming. And Ashley lets Wendy know that Giselle brought up cheating rumors about Eddie, and it's gonna go down. All right, you guys, let me know what other shows you want me to recap. Let me know what you enjoy watching, because I honestly watch just about everything. So I just want to know if we're on the same page. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Good night.